Yeah, they showed such resolve under pressure to go down to 12 men and then even 11 at one stage. But it started Thursday night, Braith. The Broncos upset and Adam Reynolds with that terrific narrative over the Bunnies. Then the epic Battle of the West Friday night. And then yesterday was just a cream on top between Cronulla and the Warriors.
You would have loved this, Buzz.
I did, mate. You know, went down to 11 men. I thought they were gone and I'd basically given up on them.
Were you in the crowd?
Yeah, I was in the crowd in my member seats. It's interesting, I went back, first half send-offs in the last 15 years, only one other side in that 15, it was 2008, Manly beat Canberra after a 30-minute send-off. There's been a lot of teams win with second half send-offs, but that's how unlikely it was that only one side has done in 15 years.
Does that speak volumes, Buzz, to what Craig Fitzgibbon has instilled in this side since he's taken over and the defensive systems that he's put in place?
Yeah, I don't think it's... Certainly Craig Fitzgibbon, number one, but you look at Nicho Hynes, you look at Dale Finucane, you look at Cameron McGuinness, and they've all brought this new culture there, and there's no longer the Josh Dugan type play there, and I don't want to keep picking on Josh, but there's just a really hard-working, solid culture there. And look, yeah, it was great what Cronulla did, but at the same time, I think we've got to consider how dreadful the Warriors were, and that Sean Johnson, in an opportunity to take hold of the game, especially when there are 11 players, did basically nothing.
Looked like the Warriors did know how to play a team with 12 players, how to make the advantage there. You see, I remember years back, you know, the Melbourne side, which is so well coached, and the minute there's a disruption in the defensive line, they're down, they just attack the spot. They attack the spot, and because defenders not being used to being next to each other, knowing that there's somebody missing, so they create generally a little bit more space between the defence. And the Warriors had no concept on how to go after Cronulla.
Yeah, we're going to ask Cooper, he's on in the next segment about that, because he was one of the best at it, as you mentioned, at Melbourne and at the Roosters. But I thought it was a great hit back. You know, after last week against the Broncos, they struggled. They were really good in that first half. Looked like they hit a flat spot. It was good to see Nicho Hynes bounce back with his performance. He was so disappointed in that one the week before, but you just had the feeling. There was a feeling about Cronulla at home, they were going to turn one on yesterday. But then when the first send-off, you're thinking, oh no, they're gone. It's game over. But they're
lucky they had Hynes to move out the back, who's been so capable there. They were still a man short. To give you an idea of the courage and the bravery and to do what they did, you're closer to Johnny Lewis than anyone at this table, and you've known him a long time. He's been involved in some of the great moments in Australian sport and boxing. He rang after the game and he said he's going to show that 11-man period to his boxers before their fights, so they can get something out of it that you're never gone in a footy game or a boxing ring. And for someone of his standing to make that comment, I thought was quite special.